So this is the new Apple Pencil. Apple Pencil runs $99. It's separate from iPad Pro, but works with it. You get about 12 hours of continuous use. You can plug it in for 15 seconds. It'll give you about 30 minutes of charge on that. So let's try it out. So if we go down here, this is the new Notes app for the iPad Pro that's shipping with iOS 9. Just pick a pencil here, or pick a pen here, pick a color here, start drawing. You notice the response time is incredibly quick. So you have a very, very, very fast response time that has to be below 10 milliseconds, just judging by my eyeball here. You also have a pressure-sensitive stroke, so a very light stroke or a heavier stroke will result in a darker line. That's quite evident in, say, a pencil. So if we're going to a pencil, you've got, see, a light sketch stroke there, and then a much more defined stroke when you have the line where you'd like it, which is very nice. And then you've got once again, very, very fluid motions here, allow you to very quickly sketch out your ideas. The pressure sensitivity works off of sensors that are in the tip of the pencil, and they work together with the screen to constantly monitor where on the screen the tip is. It also measures angle, so if we pick a marker here, for instance, and we do a straight up and down stroke, you're going to get a regular thin line. And then if we angle it here, you'll get a nice broad stroke, just like you would if you were laying a marker down on its side on the broad edge. And of course, you'll see that there are in-between markers, so it's not binary. You get to kind of choose how much of that you lay down at once, which is actually quite stellar. So far, just using it for a few minutes, the ability of the stylus to accurately reflect the strokes that I'm making and to keep up with me is very, very impressive. I've used a variety of Wacom tablets, Cintiqs, and other drawing implements that all profess to kind of keep up with what you're doing, but very rarely have I found that they actually live up to their promise. This particular stylus, or pencil as they're calling it, is actually quite impressive. It has the feel of drawing on a Cintiq tablet, which is basically a very similar arrangement but thicker, and larger, and more expensive. So that the fact that they managed to put a Retina display on here, keep the response time incredibly low, and also attach an iPad to it with all of the other functionality of an iPad is pretty impressive. So far so good on the first impressions of the pencil.